I'm Jamie Musgrove with Greystone. Today's Coach's Corner is on written communication. This, of course, is Coach's Corner number 5, and I'm hoping you've all had a chance to start reading through the Communicate Clearly book, as well as view Coach's Corners 1 through 4 prior to this. As we're all aware, communication is in everything we do. It's in our actions, our gestures, our movements, and of course it's in our written communication. When it comes to looking at written communication, the one most important thing we need to look at is what kind of impact will my writing have on my reader or my audience? What's the message I want to get across in my written communication? Whether it's an email, a memo, a report to our residents, or even a simple phone message, what's that message we're looking to get across? When it comes to looking at written communication, there are several aspects we want to take a look at. These include types of the written communication, clarity of the written communication, length and structure of the document, and finally we want to remember the proofreading for not only written errors as well as any grammatical errors that might be in our documents. As we move into types of written communication, we need to determine what the appropriate format is. So at this point we want to visualize our reader. Are we writing an email to a coworker, or are we writing a newsletter for our community? We need to determine not only what the message was, but what is our format going to be. Is it going to be a formal message, or is it going to be a relaxed message? When it comes to sending a note, say to a resident, I don't think we'd start the note by saying, hey dude, how was the event last night? But rather we might say, Mr. and Mrs. Miller, we hope you enjoyed the event last night at the atrium. Please let us know if you have any questions or concerns. We'd love to hear your thoughts. From there we move into the clarity. At this point we need to determine the purpose of our communication, so we want to plan. So start with your audience. Pretend they don't know anything you're going to be talking about, and you've got to write your message from that point. Keep your form of communication, written communication, clear and concise and simple. Once again, if it's going to be something such as a report or a presentation, it's best to do an outline. Sit down, put your thoughts together, put your outline together, so when you put that document together, that's a little bit more in depth, you know exactly what you want to say and you're not missing any of the pieces. Once again, you're remembering that you're presenting to your audience for the first time, potentially. Identify your main theme. Pretend you have 15 seconds to get that point across to your readers. What do you want to say, and how do you want to say it? There again is the impact of the message. When it comes to the length and structure of your written communication, think Hemingway and not Faulkner. Ernest Hemingway is well known for his short sentences and very short stories, while William Faulkner is very well known for going on and on in his stories. We want to use simple, direct language. Don't confuse your readers. Don't use acronyms, slang terms, anything that they might potentially be unfamiliar with. Keep it simple and straightforward. Also, keep your document friendly. What I mean by that is use headings, graphs, bullets, anything that will engage and entertain the reader. Such as in the Communicate Clearly book, you'll notice it's a book that's full of lots of visual items. You're able to read the information, learn about it through the Communicate Clearly book, but then see the examples, whether it's a graph, whether it's pictures, whatever is most important for your reader in your document. And finally, when we think about proofreading and grammatical errors, those are very, very important. I know we're all familiar with that. We all try to remember to have the spell check set on our computers for our documents and our emails. But that's not the only point we need to look at. Not only do you want to spell check and look for grammatical errors, but you want to read it out loud. Read your item out loud so that you can see if it makes sense to your ears. If it doesn't make sense to you, will it make sense to your audience or to your readers? If you can, get a second set of eyes to review the document. It's always those second eyes that take a peek and read it in the manner that you may not have realized was being presented in the first place. Helps you to, once again, reformulate your message to your readers and to your audience. And finally, though most of our readers might not catch our errors, we always know that there's going to be those out there that will catch them. And those are most likely the ones that we don't want to catch them. Our senior manager, our ED, our client, or our residents. So we want to make sure we're really fine-tune removing all those proofreading issues, all those grammatical and all those spelling errors. I appreciate your time today as we've talked about what to do for written communication to help make our documents successful and effective to our readers and to our audience. For more information, you can always refer to the Communicate Clearly book. Pages 32 to 33 specifically talk about written communication. As you see, a good example once again of the engaged information within the book. There's the pictures, the different graphs, and the flows that help engage our reader, as I mentioned earlier when we look at the clarity and the length and structure of the documents we're writing. Additionally, please review your communication module outline. There will be different books and articles for you to read as well that will continue to help you in being effective in your forms of written communication. Thanks so much. Take care.